Hey folks, what's up? So, on today's episode, I've got some trailers for you, some upcoming things, and a couple of changes to some of your favorite digital reading platforms. And I'm also going to talk about what I'm going to read during the snowstorm if I don't have to go to work, which I'm crossing my fingers because it's just don't want to really be out there in that. So, are you ready? Are you ready, kids? I'm not SpongeBob and I'm not going to say that. All right, so let's have some fun. Hey folks, what's up? It is Antonio Palmares, and this is the Hungry Bleak Show. I am the Hungry Bleak, the hungriest man in the room. You can take that however you want, and welcome. Look, this is a pre-recorded episode, just because it's a little bit easier. I'm not going to yawn. As you know, my Fridays are very early, and also we have an impending snowstorm coming to Jersey, and we don't know exactly how bad it is going to be. So I am taking a moment, the time, the place right now to record this episode. So I have something out there for you, and so I can tell you some of the new things that are coming up. So do you want to get into it? Do you want to talk about some of the stuff? All right, let's find. So we've had some trailers this week that have come out. Some made us feel very nostalgic, certain of us. Um, Others of us may not have understand it. Why is there a pronoun in his name? Jesus, I just don't have the time. So let's start up with Masters of the Universe. This has a trailer, full trailer, and it looks like fun. It looks like a whole bunch of fun. I'm for it. Look, I was born in 1977. Whenever there's a one in, it just messes everybody up now. So I was in that era of kids who saw He-Man, She-Ra, Thundercats, Silverhawks, all those cartoons. And He-Man was a staple of after school watching. I think it was 3 o'clock on Fox. Fox here on the East Coast, well, at least in the tri-state area, I want to say is Channel 5. It was that was like one of the beginning, like the beginning and end all, the alpha and the omega of channels to watch. When it was after school, you're done with your homework, and say about 3 o'clock is when they would start up. I think it was like 3 to 5 may have been when the cartoons would come on, and then they'd have like 5 o'clock news would come on. So basically, long story short, you have this man, Prince Adam, and he has the ability to change into this larger than life superhero kind of character, loincloth, barbarian kind of looking character who is known as He-Man on Eternia. And he fights with his compatriots, Man of Arms, Tila, a sorceress at times, if she's able to actually leave the castle, against the forces of Skeletor as he tries to take over and just do all the evil things in Eternia. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Just go and enjoy yourself. If you're somebody who doesn't want to watch it, that's cool. You don't have to. Nobody has to watch anything. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. At a point, I think we just have to say, is this going to be fun? Yeah, I'm going to watch it. Doesn't need to like get awards or this or that or whatever, all this stuff. No, sometimes you just need something to be fun. So go, enjoy it, and have fun. I think this is going to be one that maybe not the opening weekend, but I think I would like to see this in theaters just to do something fun and get some air and maybe just laugh at some of the, like, I'm hoping there's going to be in jokes. Like I know as far as storyline kind of goes, Adam has been sent away from Eternia to go live on Earth for a while, but he knows where he's from. He knows who he is. And I love that fact. I don't want somebody who you have to convince them of who they are. That just becomes tiresome, and I just hate that trope, I'll be honest with you. But when we see him coming to Eternia, he has on a pink button-up shirt, a white t-shirt on underneath. You know, the old cartoon, Prince, when he was in his Prince Adam guys, he would wear like a white shirt, like a white shirt underneath of a pink shirt. So I love that little nod. They didn't need to do it, and they did. I'm happy with it. Look, I would show you the trailer, but recently when we've been showing trailers on YouTube that are from YouTube, we've been getting blocked for some reason. We've been having issue with it. So I'm not going to show you the trailer, but go check it out. Looks like fun. This is from Amazon MGM. Looks like it's just going to be a fun one, folks. And I like that. I have the power. Yeah, yeah, it totally caught me. I kind of want to go and watch some of the rebooted cartoons. It's been rebooted a couple of times. Most recently was on Netflix. Netflix had a really great series for it, exploring a world without magic and without He-Man, and what would these other characters have to do to be heroes. I kind of like that. So yeah, I'm in for this. Let's check it out. It's gonna be fun. Let's go from there. The next one's going to be fun is Invincible season 4 trailer has come out, and absolutely yes, this is going to be the big start of the Viltrumite War, which is one of the biggest arcs in Invincible. Invincible is one of my top 5 comics across the board, whether it's crime or heroes, whatever it is. Invincible is one of those comics I'm absolutely a fan of. It's just so, it starts out as a superhero comic that becomes kind of a slice of life, but it talks about deeper things like what does it mean to be a hero, the interaction between child and parent, forgiveness, trauma. There's a lot in there that's written. But this is going to be a knockdown, drag out brawl. We see Mark and the amassing forces that are being brought together against the Viltrumite Empire. Two things. We get to see a bit more of Battle Beast. Obviously, I love that. We also get to see Tech Jacket, which is a character I'm somewhat familiar with, but not completely. So I need to get into more Tech Jacket, just because that's an awesome character. And we get to see Thrag, who is being voiced by Lee Pace, which we found out at New York Comic Con 2025. Thrag is just one of the best parts of Invincible. Thrag is just awesome. I'm excited to see this. Ironically, I'm excited to see Thrag and Battle Beast. And if you know what happens there, you know. But yeah, this is going to be so much fun. This season 4, awesome. Absolutely loved it. Last week, you saw that Robert was talking about Nia DaCosta wanting to direct a live action Invincible, which I would absolutely just melt over. Obviously, one of my favorite directors, one of my favorite comics colliding together and making beautiful art. Absolutely, I'll be so for that. But until then, season 4 is coming up. I didn't get a date when, but I'm excited for this. I might have to rewatch from the beginning. I hope at some point we also get maybe a couple of spinoff series from this, if it's possible. We could do Noble Causes, which is like a superhero soap opera, very, very messy comic, which I enjoyed. And there's also Guardians of the Galaxy, which is like a separate series as well. But there were other series that were part of that Image universe that they were all shared. You have Savage Dragon, Shadowhawk, like all of the early heroes were kind of in the same universe. Now Image is obviously it's creator owned, but you have all these different series from all over the place that don't mingle at all. They don't touch them, what have you. I would love to see Savage Dragon or like I said, Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk was one of the best, one of the darkest, but one of the most poignant and really brought a lot of issues to light as far as comics. But season 4 is going to be awesome. We're going to get a lot in there, a lot of new faces, a lot of returning faces, and it's going to be a very, very heartbreaking season, I think. So we'll check that out when it comes out. Next up, we have got our really first great look at Lobo in Supergirl World of Tomorrow. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Lobo is being played by Jason Momoa. And in a clip, Jason Momoa is coming out of a trailer. He's got a cigar. And a person asks him, how does it feel to be playing Lobo? And Jason says, finally. And then we see the last Zarnian himself, Lobo, on his space bike, hair flowing. He's got his chain and everything. This looks incredible. I was excited when Jason Momoa was going to be playing Aquaman because I wanted to see a character um, of Pacific Islander, um, uh, uh, Polynesian descent playing that character. I thought it was an awesome idea, and it absolutely was. I loved it, but it didn't embody Aquaman as much as I wanted it to. With this, I think this is right up Jason Momoa's alley. It looks like he's having fun. So, I mean, he always seems like he's having fun on movies. I think he gets it. I think he's like, look, we're doing this. We're also like playing dress up and everything. I think he really loves this stuff. So I'm so excited for him to be playing this character, but I'm also excited for us to get to see him in this role and see where this takes it. Hopefully, with the energy that Momoa brings, we can see a lot more of Lobo in James Gunn's DC um, cinematic universe. So we'll see what goes from there. Yeah, Jason just seems to get it, man. He just seems to just have fun with it. He lets it flow, and he understands the assignment each and every single time without fail. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Shut up. So yes, excited for this movie. I think this movie might be more fun for me personally, just because of the story that it's based off of, having Lobo and having this Supergirl, which we haven't seen before. I think this might be more fun than Superman. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not that Superman wasn't fun, but I want them for each movie that they come out with out of Gunn's DC. I want it to be, I want it to just be more than the previous film or the previous series. I want it to just build upon and just be more fun and more exciting, and just bring us deeper into it. That's what I want with each project, which hopefully we will get with this. So there we go. Next up, we've got more technical stuff now. So we'll talk about this. Um, we have, all right, so Neon Ichiban, their iOS app is now live, which is very cool. So you can go on to Apple iOS and you can actually download the app. I do not have Apple. Relax, relax, relax. Put the chairs and the torches and the pitchforks away. No, I do not have Apple. I am a Google man. I'm honestly, I'm a Samsung guy. Love Samsung. It's been good to me. I love it. Yes, but this is live. So happy for the everyone who's able to use it. I'm very jealous though because I do want to have the Neon Ichiban app, but good things are worth the wait. So hopefully this year we will get it, so I can start using that because I would love to use that more with reading, just because um, there are different applications there with the app, which you have more selection as well, because I know that there's a huge library. I think they have actually all of the distillery comics, which was which is kind of where which is basically where Neon Ichiban really birthed itself, just because of those creators and those developers. So I'm excited to see where this goes as well. Like I said, I want this on my phone. I want it on my tablet. I would love to do this. I think having something that is just for your comics, like I said, as much as I loved Comixology, once they were taken by Amazon, it became Kindle. I understand that. Have you even with Global Comics, same thing. It's just comics, but they have a different variety as well, and they are very indie friendly with what they do with comics. Even having their submission process is beautiful. So I want to see what Neon Ichiban does. As far as being on the site, really enjoying. I love it. I love seeing the progress that they've made from when they first opened up the beta for the website to now, and how they've made really huge strides. You can really tell from looking at the site and obviously now the app, from where it was to where it is now, and they continuously keep growing. And I have a feeling their library of publishers is going to grow even more. Excuse me, along the way, just to give more eyes on the product, more eyes on different publishers, indie publishers, and seeing if they will have a submission process, how that will go. Will they have their own original comics? Will they also have their own membership system similar to Comixology Unlimited or Global Comics' Gold membership? I think those are really great things to have because it does add a benefit if you want to just borrow books, if you want to stream, discounts, whatever it is. I am really into that and I want to see where they go with that as well because it's a beautiful platform and I'm all for that. All right. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to see where they go with that. The next one up, since we're on the digital platform kind of vibe, is okay. So Kindle is going to be allowing creators to do DRM free. So what this basically means is, if you remember how I was just talking about Neon Ichiban and even Global Comics, they have an option where you can buy the comic, you can download it, not just onto the tablet, but I believe you can actually download it onto like your different sites. You can read it through their platform, you can read it through your tablet as a reader. Kindle is going to do that now with, as of the 20th, which was yada yada a couple of days ago, they have that option. I think this is great as well because it doesn't limit you to just Kindle. You will be able to read the comic where it's applicable on your phone or on your tablet, not just through the Kindle app. This is how a lot of the comics were through Comixology. If there were more indie titles, you weren't going to get Marvel, DC. I'm trying to think of who else it was. Maybe Dark Horse. Excuse me, folks. See, there was a yawn, but it's the first one. It hasn't been bad. You got it there. So you'll be able to download it. You'll be able to read it through different avenues. I think that's a very important thing. I love that aspect as well, to be able to just download what you want to the different devices. You're not just hamstrung to that. So you'll see what creatives want to do, whether they want to change it, whether they want to do whatever. But to have that option, I think is very important. It's beautiful. It's very real. Once I see what I'm able to download from Kindle, I'm going to just be downloading whatever I can to my cloud so I can read it however I wish to read it through whatever digital platform that it will allow me to read it through. That's very important to me. I know years ago, like I said, you could do it with certain ones. I know there were a lot of image titles you could do, obviously, again, because image is creator owned, but it's whatever the creator and the publisher are willing to do. I'm sure more will come out about this, but this just started this week. Well, last week, I should say. And this is a very important thing for me. I think it's one of the best things ever to just be able to take your PDFs or your EPUBs for comics. But I think this is also going to go for novels as well. Again, opening up the doors, letting people do what they want. And I believe this is in response to Neon Ichiban and Global Comics, because they are breathing down their necks as far as you gotta give the people what they want. And if I'm able to read it through other means, like I usually use Adobe for a reader. It's nice, it's quick, excuse me, easy to do. Excuse me. Okay, that was twice, but hush. Anyway, so I love that option. So, being able to keep up with, you have to. Just because you might be the biggest one doesn't mean that you have the best ideas or what have you. And to stay as the biggest one, to stay on top, you have to innovate. You have to do different things. You have to take those chances. This is a chance that I think will work out well for you. So now it just comes down to the creators and what they want to do with their particular works, whether they do or don't. There will be more to come for this, but I like seeing this option in this year of 2026. All right. And the last thing that we've got for comic book news, The Beauty premiered on FX Hulu last week. It actually has a premiere of 3 episodes. Basically, the story of The Beauty is an STD that you get. And what it does is it ends up making you gorgeous, aesthetically pleasing, let's say. But there are very dangerous effects. even deadly. So these two FBI agents are put on the case of investigating this because it's the only STD that people are looking to get. But in the process of this, one of the FBI agents actually gets the beauty, and we go from there. How long do they have? How long do they have to live? What are the ramifications? I read the first two trades of this series years ago when it was through Image and really loved it, and I thought it was such a great, innovative idea. The series is being re-released and I believe continued through Ignition Press, one of their big gets and one of their big launching titles, I want to say as well. And then you just you've launched this comic that people know, and then there's a TV deal. That's a lot going on, and that's again a big get for Ignition Press. I mean, before a year even goes out, like for you, and you're already doing big things like this, outstanding. So I haven't watched it yet. I think I'd like to reread the first couple of trades that I have, and then watch the series, just so I can. Excuse me, just so I can. Yeah, that's three. Mind your business. Just so I can familiarize myself a little bit more for it. I know we have and this is from Ryan Murphy. Relax. I know Ryan Murphy can be a little much, but I think this might be within Ryan's wheelhouse. A couple of people that I know are on the show are Evan Peters, who is a usual member of Ryan Murphy's acting troupe, that group of actors that he likes to put in things. And we also have Ashton Kutcher as well as in this. We have Isabella Rossellini, who obviously iconic, huge star, been here for so long, and is just one of those people that you see her, you know her, she's there, what have you. So I'm going to check this out. I want to see what's going on with it. And that's all the news that I have. No reviews. I'm taking it a little bit easy with my reading, and I'm actually doing more reviews with Robert because I actually like going back and forth with him about the comics that we're reading and such like that. It's just kind of fun to do it with someone and to, just have that going back and forth, having different ideas and having different mindsets about what something can be, or maybe bring up things that I noticed that he may not have noticed, or that he knows maybe I didn't notice because he's a writer and I'm more of a reader, an analyst. So we go with it through that. So that's really fun for me to do. What I will say though is, again, snowstorm is impending. I kind of just wanted to be here to get it out of the way and situated. But it's changing everything up as far as scheduling. Like my work schedule next week has changed. My mother's dialysis schedule has changed. So there's a lot going on for that week. But in the time that it is going to be snowing and what have you, I'm going to be doing my geek things and having fun. So what am I going to be doing? What am I going to be doing that's geeky? Well, first off, I'm probably going to have some hot tea. Mind your business. But I'm going to be reading as well. I want to read Scout, which is the old Vertigo title. Congratulations to Vertigo for reappearing. I'd like to go into maybe a couple of series that I haven't really delved into that I do want to kind of hit upon. One of them is Transformers. Transformers is amazing. Had a lot going on, and it's just this huge, beautiful the Cybertron universe between Transformers, Void Rivals, and G.I. Joe. I love the whole thing. So I want to get into that more. And I'd also like to get into some that I have not read at all, really. And I'm trying to figure out what's the title that I haven't read. And I think it might be Flash Gordon. I know. Nobody saw that coming. But yeah, Flash Gordon. I kind of want to get into Flash Gordon and the Defenders of the Earth. Random, I realize that. But that's where I'm at. I'm also going to be reading the last issue of Ultimate Black Panther. So upset to see that series go, but I absolutely loved it. Brian E. Hill, once again, said one of the most important things for me that made me think about how comics are made so much more. And it made me realize that I understood it. I just didn't know how to put it into words. And he hit it on the nail perfectly. This has been a series I've loved. Art has been dynamic. Story has been so much fun, and it's been the only thing that I've read through this new Ultimate universe, this whole Ultimate line, which is ending. I'm good. I might actually go and read Ultimate X-Men, maybe Ultimate Wolverine, just because I think the costume looks incredible. I don't know yet, but we'll see from there. I've also got snacks on snacks on snacks. Obviously, I've got water. I've got almond milk. I've got some chocolate chip cookies. I've got popcorn. I have got food. I've got soup. I've got bread. I've got sandwiches. I've got beans, greens, tomatoes. No, I don't have any of that stuff. That's a little too much. But I have all that. So if you are in the area that's going to be hit, the tri-state area, and you're going to the supermarkets, well, you know what? By the time this goes out, the storm will already have happened. But I hope you are safe. I hope you got everything you needed. I hope you are well taken care of. I hope you are warm. I hope your loved ones are okay. And that is it for Snow Talk. I'm going to end the show with this, though, folks. It's Friday. I hope you did well. I hope the week was well. I hope you were safe during the whole week, like I said. I hope you drank your water. I hope you took your vitamins. I hope you took your medicine for whatever ailment it is, whether for physical, mental, or emotional ailment. I'm not trying to please you. I just want you to be the best you that you can be. This week, give yourself grace. Take a breath. Relax. Realize that it was tough. You worked. You had family to take care of. And you also had to, on top of that, take care of yourself. It's not easy, but you did it. I'm proud of you. And go out there. Have something tasty. Do something geeky. And breathe. All right. So on that note, I'm gonna sign off. Have a very good evening, day. Enjoy the rest of it. Yeah. Shout out to everybody and do your thing. As always, fuck Trump and fuck ICE. All right. I'll see y'all later. Peace.